We hear about charity tea and the great work Jill Brittle does to feed hungry children. We learn where to start with a backyard makeover with Darrell Smith, Master Landscaper from Landsmiths. I'll be showing you how to get a better night's sleep with the products from Sleep Easy. And finally, housewife of Auckland and animal welfare advocate Anne Batley Burton is back to tell you why cats are great for your health.
Motorsport is certainly alive and well in New Zealand. And recently, our mate Hamish Kofoed invited us along to the Bruce McLaren Park in Taupo to learn all about the Trofeo series and watch him race for the very first time. While we were there, we met one of the rising stars in motorsport and her family and chatted to some of the characters that make up the wonderful community of motorsport in New Zealand.
We've got 4 classes. They range in Trofeo is basically a road-going vehicle. You're allowed race tyres, better brake fluid, a roll cage, you have all the safety gear, but the Trofeo class is like the entry level. It's the best for fun factor, and they get progressively more powerful and more worked out. You've got Veloce, GT Junior and GTA. Qualifying is the most important thing. You've got to heat everything up. They don't realise qualifying is where you end up on the grid. And, you know, even though you've got a slower car, it still takes a faster car half a lap to pass. You know, racing is every corner you've got to remember to do it right. And that's the fun factor.
This is our mate Hamish.
We're here with Hamish Kofoed, and he's about to be getting out on the track very, very soon. You can hear cars starting up in the background there.
Starting from dead last today.
Starting at dead last, but
Lucky last.
But that can change just in a matter of seconds, can't it?
Exactly. Yellow Peril, Bumblebee 2, whatever you want to call it.
Yep.
It's my lucky colour. And it's going to be a good day's racing. So they restrict your movement to about that much, but they're very, very great sort of safety items. Yep. So that was after the sort of 90s when, you know, lots of racing drivers were having some quite serious injuries. I came last.
So that was your first actual real race?
First ever actual race.
Yeah, that's true. Pretty incredible. Congratulations, man.
So when I was 8, I started go-karting through my dad. When I was about 3 years old, I believe, he was racing karts, and I just wanted to be like Dad. And a lot of my family is also from both my mum's side and my dad's side were involved before I was born as well, so it's kind of in the blood. But yeah, I started karts when I was 8, and I've been racing. I raced karts up until 2019, and then I jumped in one of these in the end of 2019 and did a few rounds in 2020. And then I did my first full season, the end of 2020 and beginning of 2021, and I won my class. I won the Star Car class, and I won Star Cars overall outright, and then I got third for the championship. Second for the championship for GT4, because I run in GTR NZ and they run GT1 through to GT4. Yeah, I think when I was 6, I went for a test run in a go-kart, and I wasn't quite sure then. And then when I was 8, I jumped in a go-kart again, and then I jumped in a quarter midget, which is a speedway car for kids, and basically decided if I wanted one or the other. For me, if there was someone that wanted to get in the car and was especially a woman that were a bit worried about being beaten around by the boys and stuff, when my helmet goes on, I'm one of the boys, so I don't get looked at any different. One of my best friends, who I've been friends with since we were 3, has got diagnosed with epilepsy when we were 6. So we went over to her house one day and I had a helmet design, and I said, I don't want to be like everyone else, I want my own helmet design. So she designed my first one for my go-kart, and then when I went to cars I had to get another helmet, and she designed this one as well. One of my younger cousins was born with a heart defect, so she's like quite close to me as well, so that's why I've got Heart Kids on there as well.
I'm the clerk of the course for the supercar racing. 50 karts. We do about 7 races a year, all on the circuit. Captain Downs, Taupo and Manfield.
I've raced. I started racing at 15 and was a bit backwards to everyone else. Started in Speedway. Bought my first car when I was 15. Raced through Speedway. Ended up with a bit of a back injury, and then from that moved into cars, and then went from a bit of club racing and into karts when the girls came along and the mortgage came along. Yeah, like there's not a lot of professional drivers out there that wouldn't have been in a kart at some point in their life. That's the coolest thing, like you travel with groups of people, and it's a lot of families, brothers and sisters, a lot of brothers and sisters that don't race, but they're there supporting their brother or sister that is racing. Yeah.
Thanks to Hamish for inviting us along, and keep an eye out for the next step in his exciting motorsport adventure.
Well, g'day, I'm Monique Bradley, and I'm always on the hunt to find out how people live better. Today I visited the home of media personality Louise Pagonis to find out what she's done to transform an inner city dwelling into a sanctuary.
Right, so this house is about 100 years old, which is just amazing. A lot of the houses in this area they've probably been through quite a few renovations. So when I got the house, because I grew up in Dunedin, and then I spent a few years in Wellington. And so, as you know, tropical plants don't go in Dunedin or Wellington. And I used to visit friends who'd lived in Auckland, and they'd buy a plant and it would just be huge the next time I came to visit. And if I bought the same plant in Wellington, it might have put on a couple of inches. So I was determined that when I came to Auckland, I was going to have a tropical garden. So what I've done just recently is I've cleared a bit of the back space in the garden, and I've planted some of my favourites, which are canna lilies and some bromeliads and some palm trees. So I'm really looking forward to seeing them grow.
Hi, I'm Rachel, the Smarter Mortgage Lady. I'm a financial advisor, and one of the things I love is getting people into their own place to call home. One of the keys to financial certainty is to structure a loan that works for you, your lifestyle, and your desired outcome. And that depends on a number of factors. When I work with you, I look at how you can repay your mortgage faster. And this depends on what your goals are. Is it minimizing the cost of borrowing, minimizing your exposure to interest rate variation, or creating a long-term debt repayment plan that is achievable? I take into account your plans and goals so I can create a loan structure personalized to your situation. I believe everyone deserves the chance to pay off their mortgage as fast as possible, and I use a unique process to transform your mortgage into a smarter one, with flexibility and certainty, as well as a spread of risk. So are you ready to choose when you pay off your mortgage? If so, then let's talk.
Charity Tea is a certified social enterprise business selling ethically sourced, premium organic tea to raise money for charity. Charity Tea is for tea lovers, people who are quite discerning in their tea, who like premium organic and won't settle on compromise. Charity Tea is also for anybody who has a staff room. We're particularly catering for conscious corporates. So although we sell tea, we don't really. What we do is that we help businesses outsource some of their social, environmental and climate impact. So just switching your tea supplier, you get to make a massive difference. I started Charity Tea after I started a charity. So at the end of 2016, I had a message from a friend of a friend who was living in Haiti. She sent me a photograph of a baby and she said, "Jill, this baby's starving, it's dying, can you feed it?" So I sent money to feed one child and I figured, hey, I've got 3 kids, what's one more? Everyone can feed one. And within a few days, she texted me again and said, "Jill, there's 6 more children." Within 10 days, Hurricane Matthew hit. So I responded to a crisis and started a charity because I was just taking money from friends and anyone who would listen. And I also spoke to the Charities Commission and they let me know that also there's children in New Zealand that go to school without lunch. So I kind of realized, wow, I don't need to, go to Haiti to feed kids. It's right on my doorstep. So I decided to tackle both issues. And I looked down the timeline of my life and realized if all I do is run a charity, I'm going to be broke forever. So I decided to run a business to create a funding funnel to run the charity. I actually got the opportunity to go and visit some of the kids that we support in Haiti. To the parents told me, "My children sleep at night now because their tummies are full. My children can access education now because they're not always crying." And so by feeding hungry kids, one of the things that we're doing is keeping families together. In New Zealand, I've heard testimonies of children being really worried and constantly worrying about food and being stressed about going to school. Lots of parents who can't provide lunches keep their kids at home. So by supporting charities that make school lunches, we're helping kids access the New Zealand curriculum. What I wanted to do was run a business that was going to help solve a problem, not start a business that was going to create a whole lot more. And then one night I had a dream. And in my dream, I had a tea company and it was called Charity Tea. And in my dream, I saw it work. The tea went worldwide and it was successful. So I literally woke up from a dream and thought, oh, well, I'll do that then. What is my why? I think my why is twofold. Firstly is zero hunger. It's not okay with me that there are children and families going hungry in 2021. It's not okay. The second why is I feel like I want to grow people, and business is a vehicle that gives me an opportunity to help invest into people and help grow them. Yeah.
Well, kia ora, it's Monique here. Before we dive into today's Better Wellness segment, here's a quick tip from Master Landscaper Darrell Smith from Landsmiths about what you should consider if you're going to make over your backyard.
G'day Monique. Today we're going to talk about the 3 hot tips for doing a makeover, right? That's what we do as a company. That's what everybody's doing at the moment. Number 1 has got to be look in the magazines, look over your neighbour's fence, look around, find out what you want. Think about how you're going to live. Then talk to somebody like myself that knows the products, knows what's out there, can come up with the ideas, put it on a piece of paper, then you can agree. Third thing, get a good understanding of the budgets and the costs, where you're going to go, draw the big picture, price it all out. You can shrink it back, price it all out, have your budget. Next week will be something else.
Well, are you struggling to get a good night's sleep like I've been struggling for the last few months? Well, you are not alone. There are so many of us who have endured the stresses of COVID, or perhaps we're going through different changes in our life which prevent us from getting that good, strong, deep restorative sleep that we need for our vitality, for our well-being, for our mental focus, or just to enjoy our very busy, very hectic lives. One of the things we often forget about when it comes to getting a good night's sleep are the causes of that sleep. And it could be anything from stress and anxiety through to muscle tension or fatigue. Or if you're a midlife lady like me and you're going through that change and you're getting that 3 a.m. insomnia, it could be something that's going on inside your body as well. And that's why I'm super excited to share these products that I've personally been testing for the last few months, an incredible range of products made here in New Zealand called Sleep Easy. And these are sleep support products with a bit of a difference. So let's take a little bit of a look at some information about Sleep Easy. Sleep Easy is designed to harness the power of natural ingredients. They're 100% pure and natural and gentle to use with anybody as sensitive as me, or even there's product ranges that suit children as well. Sleep Easy really looks at the cause of sleep disorders and stress and anxiety and supports you into a deeper restorative sleep using natural ingredients to restore your body and mind, help your immune system, and even promotes muscle repair, giving you the energy you need to get through your busy lives. And there are 3 incredible products that I've been testing here in the range that I want you to know about. Now, first of all, I will acknowledge the fact that they have an incredible range of products for kids. So if you've got tired or cranky toddlers, even teens, they've got a range that is specifically designed for children as well. But for today's show, I'm going to focus on the adults range because there's so many of us out there who are really struggling to get a good night's sleep. First of all, you've got this incredible tonic. If you've ever tried a homeopathic tincture before, this is very similar to that product. In fact, that's exactly what it is, an adult sleep tonic. I'm going to give you all the details about that product very shortly. The second product in the range right here is the adult sleep spray. This is a topical spray and one of the most unique products I have seen in the sleep support market in New Zealand. And the other product there is a sleep mist. And this is a product that's designed to spray on your pillows or your linen and emits those beautiful aromatherapy essences that help calm the mind, soothe those frayed nerves, and release some of that muscle tension to allow you to drift off into a beautiful slumber. Now, the key to success with these products supporting your well-being is the unique blend of active natural ingredients. So you'll notice the first ingredient there is passion flower. It's really useful when it comes to nervousness or muscular tension, and really good if you're feeling a bit irritable and unable to sleep. You've got natural ingredients like chamomile. If you've ever been stressed and had a cup of chamomile tea before bed, you know just how calming that is on your nervous system. You've got hops, valerian, kumaraho, which is also known as a bitter tonic that helps, has a positive influence on the body and is in fact great for digestion and detoxing. One of the key ingredients there, magphos or magnesium phosphate, that we all know is vital when it comes to calming down any muscle tension. And then if you ever had parents like I did who were deeply into homeopathy, you've got ignatia, you've got pulsatilla, and key ingredients that help with irritability and calming the mind. And then you've got, of course, those calming ingredients such as lavender to calm your senses. You've got cinnamon, which helps you fall asleep at night and helps with digestion, and so many other key ingredients. Again, all sourced from nature, and it's that unique combination that helps support you into a better night's sleep. So let's dive into the products. The first product that I absolutely adore, this is the Adult Sleep Tonic. It's a simple tincture that you actually take about a minute before, an hour, I should say, before you go to bed. If you have a look in here, there's a dropper. There's your liquid. You take 6 to 8 drops under the tongue about an hour before you go to sleep. This is not the sort of product that is going to make you switch off the lights immediately. This is a gentle product. Again, natural ingredients designed for calming the senses. And if you're wondering what the taste is like, I would liken it to a little bit of a chutney. So if you like something with a bit of flavor, it's absolutely delicious. And of course, the benefits are absolutely brilliant. So that is your tonic there. Now, of course, I mentioned there we have a topical spray, and this is a very unique product in the market. If you're struggling with muscle tension, that can be one of the key reasons why you can't fall asleep at night. And this gentle spray mist, you spray directly onto your muscles. And of course, if you've got any leg pain, ladies, if you're getting restless legs, this is a sort of spray you want to spray onto those restless legs in the middle of the night when you're waking up. Now, the key ingredient, aside from lavender, which again, great for the senses, this is where your magnesium is. So this is designed to go in through the skin, which is super porous. Oh, I can literally feel it starting to unwind my muscles. It will go deep through the skin surface into the muscles to start relieving any tension. Again, this is a gentle product. It's not designed to do everything immediately. It's designed to seep in gently through the skin and do its work naturally in perfect timing. So again, popping that on about an hour before you go to bed is a great idea. Oh, I can feel it already penetrating through my skin. It is very gentle, and I have super sensitive skin. So if I can use it, anybody can use it. And then the final product here, which I wanted to show you, is the Nature's Sleep Mist. Now, this incredible mist, unlike other mists that you might use to freshen your linen, this is a very light spray. I'll just spray it and see if we can catch that on the camera. You can see very light spray there. Oh, and the aroma of lavender is absolutely gorgeous. And of course, this is great for freshening up your spare room, if you're having guests over, for freshening up your linen, or ladies, if you are waking up in the middle of the night like I have been, what you want to do before you head back to sleep is respray this onto your pillow, lie back on your back, take in a few deep breaths, close your eyes and let the aroma do its work. So let's take a quick look at those 3 products right now. First of all, your natural tonic. This is a classic tincture. Take 8 drops an hour before you go to bed, followed by 2 drops just before bedtime. And there is a range for babies, which contains no alcohol as well. Sensitive enough for babies, great for the whole family. The next product there. This is your transdermal topical spray. Ladies, if you're getting restless legs, or if you have someone in your home who is really struggling to get to sleep because of muscle tension, this will go through the skin, relax those blood vessels and the muscles underneath so you can get a good night's sleep. And the final product there is your natural aromatherapy mist. This is a fast-acting product because of the aromatherapy in there. It will act on your senses immediately. Lie back and enjoy. So there you have it, 3 beautiful products made here in New Zealand, all natural ingredients and designed for the most sensitive non-sleeping sleeper who wants to get a better night's sleep. Now, to order yours, you need to head to the website shopnatural.co.nz. Let's show you the full details right here. Use the coupon code GUIDE10 and you'll get 10% off your order. So if you're ready to get a better night's sleep, order yours online now. As always, Guide to Better Living are proud supporters of a number of New Zealand charities. And one of our favourites, the New Zealand Cat Foundation, has the most gorgeous brand ambassador. She is a heart on legs. Her name is Batley Burton, also known as Housewife of Auckland. And in today's show, she has a very special tip to share about why cats are so important for humans. Hello, Anne.
Hi Nick, I'm here again. So nice to see you. What I'd like to talk about today is, and here I am, stroking the posse, that's exactly what I want to talk about. What I've noticed over the last couple of years with COVID and all the things that have been going on, people have finally started to recognise that having a cat is so wonderful for the soul. Let's face it, people are going through really tough times, and a lot of people in particular who are living in situations, they're really lonely. They're on their own. They're stuck in some place, unable to communicate with their families, neighbours, whatever. It's really tough. We've had a lot of people adopt cats throughout this whole scenario. And more they're coming to understand what a huge help that is for them. This makes them feel so much better. Their well-being is enhanced. They feel so much happier. I mean, I always knew that because as far as I'm concerned, whenever all the worst things happened to me in my lifetime, losing a boyfriend, God forbid, but more seriously, losing a parent, somebody you really love has passed away, it's been really, really tough. And quite frankly, the most solace I ever got was going and cuddling one of the cats. That's quite serious because they are always there for you. They don't say anything. They don't get upset, they don't get snappy, they don't get irritable with you, they don't say, oh, for God's sake, get over it. They are there for you all the time. And it's been lovely because cats are becoming far more appreciated. And COVID, it's one good thing COVID has done for all of us. So don't underestimate it because my fellow trustee, Alex, he told me that he used to have 2 little cats. Sadly, they got skittled on the road, which was really sad because he was on a busy road. But he had 2 little cats in his law office. He said he would get these high-powered businessmen coming in really stressed to the max. They'd come in so hyped up, they'd sit down, and like me, next minute, here they go, stroking the pussy. Hey, they were in such better frame of mind after that. So here's to the pussies. And if you'd like to come and donate to our cause, don't forget, visit the NZ Cat Foundation.org.nz and click donate.